Hey guys, Prickly Pete here. I'm going to do a new video on my summer car. So let's get that started here. Oops. That's supposed to be my last name. Alrighty, turn permanent death off. I don't have a picture to upload. And let's begin. If you guys never played this game before, it is a pretty odd but fairly unique game, and it's a lot of fun. Can be pretty frustrating at times, but it is a lot of fun to play. So this is it here. This is my beautiful house. Got some sausages, and most importantly, we got beer. Let's just drink a beer right now. This is the sink. There we go. Alright. Ooh. Santa left us a present. Random gift money. Alright. 600 bucks. And a bottle of alcohol. Sweet. Let's put that in the fridge. Yeah, no, let's just leave it here actually. Okay, so this is our wonderful garage with all the parts. Here is the shell of our car. That's our wonderful van. And we do have a sauna in here. And I love this carpet, by the way. It's kind of like a fake turf. Let's turn that on. Let's get our sauna going here. And by the way, in the game, this is the only way to get your dirtiness down. You can't use the shower, unfortunately. Is that not filling up? Why is that not filling up? I don't know why that's not filling up. That's odd. Oh, there we go. And apparently there's a hole in the bottom of the bucket because it's just pouring out. But regardless. I'm just going to get this ready for when I need it. Then I don't need to spend time filling the bucket again. And next time we're in here, we just check the dickometer here. To make sure it's up to temperature. What do we got in the fridge? Not much. Okay. Wow, I really gotta piss. There's nothing in here. Let's. That seems like a good place. Oh yeah, yeah. That's good. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, it's almost done. Whoa, it's going again. Alrighty. Still some dribbles, but that's alright. Okay. So, this is our engine pieces. A lot of pieces. So this is a jerry can, which we will need. So let's get that out now. I need to go to town and fill that. We also need to buy some brake fluid. We'll need some coolant. Do I have oil? And we'll need some oil as well. I don't have oil. I thought I did have oil. I guess not. So before we do anything, I think I might just go to town and buy those items, and then come back and start building. So let's take this, and I have another one for diesel, which I will grab as well before we go. Chuck her in there. Sometimes he takes his sweet-ass time getting into the truck here. There we go. Alright. Get it started. Come on, baby. Come on, pump that gas. There we go. Push in the handbrake. And we're off. Now, if you use a controller for this game, it is very difficult to set up the settings. It's not just simple plug and play. I found it very difficult anyways. The settings I have now I don't like all that much, but it's better than what it was when I first got the game. So, just be wary of that. Back around in here. So, we can actually fill that trailer right there with the wood that we chop here, and one of the guys will buy it from us. And then you have to bring the trailer using that. You don't get as much money as using the sewage truck. You literally just go and pump people's sewage out of their sewage tanks. And they'll call us to let us know when that needs to be done. Alright, let's get our on the move here to get to town. It's a decent drive. Basically, if you crash, you basically die and respawn back at the house, and that vehicle will be wherever it crashed. So it can be pretty frustrating. You can be left without a vehicle, especially if you don't have the car built yet. So you just gotta be careful when you're driving, not to go off the road too badly. Physics in this game are not the greatest. It's easy to get stuck. The driving's actually not bad though. It's more of just the uneven ground can send you flying in the air or get stuck on little pieces of, you know, the ground that's sticking up. It's kind of stupid, but it's not an expensive game. You can't really think the best for it, as it's not like a blockbuster game, but it's a lot of fun. The creators of the game hopefully will keep updating it and adding more content. That'd be great. There has been a bunch of patches already since the game came out, and we hope to see that continue. So, only time will tell. So, to go to town, you can do two different things. You can go left, and it brings you to this little town with a couple houses and a car shop where a guy can do work on your car. So we'll need to go there at some point. I think his name's Vitali or something like that. And we take this way. It's a longer drive on the dirt road, but it brings us to a bigger town which has the grocery store, kind of like a general store where we can buy the motor oil, we can buy the brake fluids, coolant, and then any type of groceries we need. So we need to buy food. I should have brought my case of beer with me, but I didn't, so I'll buy another case of beer while we're in town. Yeah, so that's what we'll be spending most of our money on. We need to buy actually a fan belt as well for the engine, which he does sell. And I think that's about it. We'll probably fill this van up with gas as well, or diesel, I should say. This looks like we're only sitting on about a half tank right now. And yeah, and then we'll kind of wait for jobs to get some more money, so we can continue putting our car together. You really don't need to buy much for it. You can basically build it all, other than the fan belts and the fluids, like the oil and coolant and the brake fluids. Other than that, you don't need to buy anything else. You can have a fully drivable car. The only thing is that, you know, it's not really the best. It's rusty, it's slow, so you can buy all types of upgraded parts, mods, spoilers, new wheels, all that sort of stuff, when you get some money to spend. So we'll do that a little bit later on. As this is the first episode, you know, we're not going to have all that fancy stuff yet. And let's just drive up here. Normally I don't really drive this fast because, like I said, if you go off the road at the wrong spot, it's pretty easy to die, and then you pretty much start over again. But, you know what, we're having some fun, trying to get to town as fast as possible. This is not the best way of doing it. And I didn't die, so that's just fantastic. I've died there before, so I just gotta try and remember about that spot right there with that shift. And if we make a left here, it brings us down to, apparently it's like an airport, but it's not used, so it's more used as a drag strip. And there's a junkyard there as well, which I don't really know what the junkyard's for at this point. Okay, let's get in here. There's no cars behind us, perfect. And another terrible shift. Oh, here comes the guy. Here he is. Oh! Swerving into my lane a bit there. He'll actually try and kill you. I've had him completely try and head on with me before. So you just gotta be really careful whenever you see that green menace, I believe they call him. He was taken out of the game for a while. I don't know why he's back in it. Okay, I'm wobbling a bit, which is not good to get the speed wobbles. I think that guy's got his arm across into the passenger seat. Yeah, he does. That's comfortable. Alright, let's brake here. Alrighty, and here we are in town. This is a new guy in town that showed up in the last patch, and he just chills here and makes a bunch of noise. And if you give him the finger, he takes off. I think the gas pump's actually on the other side. Let's give him the finger and see what happens. Nothing, too far away. Alrighty, let's fill up the tank. You truly are a ward of a dick. That's a new one. I haven't seen that one before. It's going to take a minute. Okay, so we are done. Let's get that put away. Actually, before I forget, let's get these things out. Wouldn't be the first time that I've brought these and then didn't fill them. You do need, so with that car that you start with in your driveway, obviously you don't have gas in it. It doesn't even have the gas tank in the vehicle. So that is something, whoops, that you need as well, as you need to fill this. It gives you almost about a half tank. It's pretty good. So right off the bat, you kind of spend most of your money. The Christmas money helps a bit. You know, it's about $600 or so. can do this with this in my hand. Let's find out. Oh, sweet, I can. Oops. So when we do order things like upgrades for our car, we basically mail in money, and we have to bring the envelope here to this store, and then he calls us when the postage arrives, basically is how it works. So you don't get the upgrades the exact day you order it, so that is something that you do have to keep in mind. Let's just chuck these in here. They're stainless steel, they won't break, right? What's that? One over here. Let's give him the finger again. There he goes. Here he goes. Here he goes. Don't hit my van. Don't. Okay, sweet. Thank you for not hitting my. Wow. And you hit a tree. Yeah, okay. Well, so you drop the envelope in here, and like I said, just ships it to you. Fan belts. Let's take 4 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. What are we at now? 1,400 bucks. And let's take all the sausage.
Onko nää hirveeksi mennyt tää nuorisomusiikkikin, mitä ne radiosta soittaa?
Take a beer case.
Ihan semmoista hirveätä jympytystä ja kitaran renkutusta ja tämmöstä, niin eihän tuossa nyt kestoa kuunnella, mut ei oikein semmoista minun musiikkia tohtoa siellä ollenkaan. Onneksi et jätä marjatta kuuluu, että se on hyvä kappale se. Mut semmoista sais kyllä enemmänkin tulla.
And you just threw my beer case on the ground there, buddy.
Kiitoksia ja tervetuloa uudelleen.
And he's still in the forest apparently. I'm gonna move my van close to the front door so I can move all that stuff. It's just easier. Look at him spin out my mirror there. Cut through the grass. Good enough. Doing my part to help the environment as well by leaving my truck running. Yeah, let's drink a beer. Here's the empty. There we go. Ah. I was hoping that was gonna make it. Faster we get out of here, the better, in my opinion. So let's go. Oops. Let's try this again. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, here he is. Yeah, see you later, buddy. By the way, you guys are playing this game and you pull out like the way I just did and don't look, and a car hits you from behind, it'll actually kill you. So once again, the vehicle is stuck out on the highway and you respawn back at your house, now without that vehicle. So it is good to look both ways before you pull out, but a lot of the times I don't, and kind of just gun it and then look in my mirror to see if anyone's coming up behind me. Sometimes people will pass you, and it's great. Other times, like I said, they just crash into you and you die. So you just gotta be careful about that. Oops, speed wobbles. Speed wobbles. You're not going far. Better not bounce away on me, beer. I need you to survive. Apparently there's a winter mod for this game as well. It turns everything snow-covered. I've heard of people just calling it the Canadian, Canadian simulator, or something like that. Let's just hurry up and get back to the house. Trying to get some work done. Oh god, not this guy. Whoa. And same thing goes with that guy. He drives up and down this road, but if you crash into him, you will die. Sometimes you'll see him off the road into the ditch, because he'll crash or try and turn around and fall into the ditch. So that's always entertaining to see. And let's just try not to die. Oh god. As I say that, I almost went off the road there. Sorry, I still have that cold. My whole family got sick. Literally over the Christmas break, like 12 of us, we all got the same cold. It's not one of those ones that you get for a couple days. I've had this thing for 2 weeks, and it's finally starting to get better. There's like a terrible cough and like the worst runny noses. One of those ones where you go through like 4 Kleenex boxes. Oh, great. I used more Kleenex just in a couple days than I have all year. Okay, so we're almost back. Sometimes this steep turn here with the drop off gets me. There's nothing worse than almost being home and then flipping your van in the ditch. So this is where we go. Whoops. Whoa. Spun out a little bit there. So there is weather in this game. It will rain. There's day cycle, time cycle, so it's day and night. I have seen it where it's nighttime and then there's like a thunderstorm and the power in your house turns on and off. So like you're in the garage trying to work on your car and then the power turns off and then you turn back on and you turn off. It's really annoying, but it's kind of cool. There is a flashlight in your garage, so obviously you try and make use of that, especially during those times. And it can be pretty exhausting sometimes. As your fatigue goes up, obviously you do need to sleep. It'll turn red and you will die after, I think it's like 15 minutes or something like that if you don't go to sleep. Same with hunger, same with thirst. Dirtiness, I don't know if you'll die, to be honest with you. But it's possible. Everything else seems to carry in this game. Yes, we are back. Oh, our phone's ringing. That might be a job. You know what, I'm gonna just park it and try and get the phone before it stops ringing. I'm a-coming. Oh, jeez. A load of firewoods. Okay. And this dart here shows us where to deliver it to. No, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. Yeah. So if we want... excuse me. This is where we are here. And this is our secondary shelter, like where we had the firewood and stuff. And that is where we deliver the firewood. It's not a lot of money. I think it's better to do the sewage jobs. So I generally just do them. Right now we don't need money right this second, as we have food, we have drinks, all that sort of stuff right now. The reason why I'm parking my truck like this is at nighttime, if I want to do any body work on the car, I can turn the headlights on this, and it shines right onto the car, obviously, and gives us some light to work with. So let's unload this thing. Just toss her over there. Lands right on the roof. And our groceries. I'm gonna open that inside the house. Gasoline can. Leave that by the car. The diesel one I'll throw over here. An extra bottle of coolant I will throw in here, so I won't need it right away. And extra bottle of motor oil, which I will also throw in there. Sprinting in this game, just by holding down shift, does use up more fatigue, obviously, than walking around. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Let's see if I can... There we go. Just move this stuff out of the way. Let's take the shopping bag into the kitchen and open her up. And it's going to be like just an explosion of sausages. And milk, I forgot about milk. Okay, and fluids, so I need these. Let's just toss them out the door for right now. And they both went underneath the car, which is just great. I'll have to fish them out later. And as you can see, this is a very tedious and long process. So the good thing about milk is it actually does your thirst and your hunger, but it doesn't do much of either, so it's good for kind of like just a quick thing. Toss that out there, eat a sausage, close the door. Let's spray ourselves so we can get rid of that stupid mosquito. And he's still around, apparently. Let's bring this out here. one thing I recommend doing is going around and turning on your lights. Screw your hydro bill. It's just beneficial when it decides it's nighttime that you have all your lights on already, and you don't have to go searching for light switches, because it literally gets pitch black. There we go, that's good enough. And let's get back out here. We need 3 bottles out here. Alrighty, so let's get started. The subframe we're gonna do first. Oh, yep. And you'll dent your car a lot, just so you know. I just dented that in. There is a file that you can just delete, which will reset your model of your car, because literally you can just walk into it and it'll dent. It gets pretty ridiculous after a while. Okay, and I don't have the wiki that tells me what every screw is, so bear with me here as I go through them all and take wild guesses to see if I got it right or not, which I think I already tried that one. There we go. And if you have a mouse that you can turn on the basically unlimited spin on the mouse wheel, that is beneficial for this, as you use the mouse wheel to screw all the screws. Come on, where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, so that's on. And so this is front right. This is going to be front left. That needs to be flipped over. Oops. Well, that's handy. That's the same screw size. And you can stick your head through the car, as I'm doing right now. Does not have any limitations like that. Okay. And where is that screw? It's somewhere over here. I just want to see it. Okay, there it is. Before I start testing, so I know where to aim. Maybe? No? 12? Oh, it's 12. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for right now, and we'll start the second episode another time, okay? Take care, have a great day.